Hello, friends. I'm here today to do another read aloud for you. And this week, we are going to be talking about feelings and why feelings are important. So, our first book is called Mouse Was Mad. Ooh, I wonder why he's mad. The author of our story is Linda Urban. She wrote the words, and the illustrator is Henry Cole. Now, friends, listen to the title again. Mouse was mad. What do those words tell us about Mouse? They tell us a lot, right? They tell us that he's really angry. And I want to know why. So think with me for a second about what does it look like when you are mad? When I was a little girl and I would get mad, I would get really quiet and pout. And if I was really quiet, people usually knew in my family that I was mad about something. What does it look like when you're mad? Do you scream? Do you throw a fit? I hope not, friends. Does it help when you do those things? I don't think it makes it better when I did those things when I would get quiet. It didn't make it any better because no one really knew how to help me because I wasn't talking. Well, I want to show you some pictures here at the beginning before we get started. This is at the very beginning of the book. And if you look at each of these illustrations of Mouse, these are all different ways that he is showing his anger. Look at that. Do any of those look like you when you're mad? So I want you to listen to this story with me, and let's find out why Mouse is mad. Mouse was mad, hopping mad. Oh my goodness. He's so mad that he's hopping. Have you ever been so mad that you were hopping like that? You look ridiculous, said Hare. Mouse stopped hopping. Let me show you how to hop properly, said Hare, who truly was a hopping whiz. Friends, why do you think Hare is so good at hopping? Tell someone in your family why you think Hare is so good at hopping. Is it because of his big long feet? Mouse tried to hop like Hare. Nothing doing. Mouse hop, hop, flopped, splish into a mucky mud puddle. Oh my goodness. So when he tried to hop like Hare, he fell in a mud puddle. How do you think he feels when he lands in that mud puddle? Tell someone what you think. How do you think he feels when he hits that mud puddle? I know I wouldn't feel very good about that. Now Mouse was really mad. Stomping mad. You call that stomping? Said Bear. Mouse stopped stomping. Stomping done right should result in the shaking of trees and the rumbling of earth, said Bear. Bear stomped. The trees shook and the earth rumbled. Oh, look how big his foot is, friends. Do you think that's why things are rumbling and shaking? Well, Mouse tried to stomp like Bear. The trees did not shake. The earth did not rumble. Mouse stomp, stomp, flomped, splush into another mucky mud puddle. Oh my goodness. So he tried to hop like Hare and he fell in a mud puddle. Now he's tried to stomp like Bear and he fell in a mud puddle again. Ooh. What do you think it's going to say about Mouse next? What do you think it's going to say? Because he was really mad. Now Mouse was really, really mad. Screaming mad. Ooh. That's hardly a scream at all, said Bobcat. Mouse stopped screaming. When I scream, You can hear it echo through the woods. Bobcat screamed to prove his point. It echoed and echoed. Ooh, he's a good screamer. Now Mouse opened his mouth wide and let out the loudest scream he could manage. No echo. He tried arcing his back like Bobcat, but he lost his balance and fell sploosh into another mucky mud puddle. Look at his face now. 3 times, friends. He's tried to copy someone. Remember our friend Ruby the copycat? This is Mouse the copycat, isn't it? Now Mouse was really, really, really mad. Rolling around on the ground, mad. Pull your feet in, said Hedgehog. Mouse stopped rolling. The best rolling is achieved when the body is a perfect sphere. Hedgehog tucked in his nose and his feet and his hands. He was a perfect sphere. Now, friends, we have had that word sphere in math. And I know that you guys are thinking, hey, that's one of our 3D shapes, right? Can you think of another word for sphere? Tell someone in your family what another word for sphere is. Did you say ball? Awesome. Oh my goodness. Mouse tucked in his nose and his feet and his hands. He was not a perfect sphere, but he was close. He pulled in his tail and rolled around and around, sploosh, into the muckiest mud puddle of all. Oh, this time there must be a lot of mud puddles where he is, friends. Now Mouse was really, 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 really mad. Standing still, mad. Mouse did not hop. He did not stomp. He did not scream or roll on the ground. He stood very, very still. Impressive, said Hare. What control, said Bear. Are you breathing? Asked Hedgehog. He doesn't look like he's breathing, does he? Mouse took a deep breath. He let his breath out. Bobcat heard air whistle through Mouse's nose, but he did not see Mouse move. Inspiring, said Bobcat. Bobcat stood very still. He breathed deep and tried not to move. Your ears twitched, said Hare. Let me try. But he could not keep his tail from wiggling. Bear tried, but when he breathed deep, trees moved and the ground shook. Oh my goodness. Hedgehog came closest, but even he could not keep his bristles from bristling. They stood together for a long time, breathing and trying to be still. And then Mouse realized he was no longer mad. I feel better now, said Mouse. You look better now, said Bear. But you need a bath, said Hedgehog. Good idea, said Mouse. All those mud puddles, right? Splash! He didn't jump in a mud puddle this time, did he, friends? He jumped in a bubble bath. Now, remember at the beginning when I showed you the pictures of Mouse? I want to show you some pictures at the end. So we're going to start here, and I want you to think about the difference, right? At the beginning, he was mad, but he is not mad now. Look at the difference in his face. Doesn't he look happy to you? Oh my goodness, I loved this story. So friends, tell me what you think. Do you think that this story could happen in real life? Go ahead and tell someone that's with you there if you think this story could happen in real life or not. Did you say no? Can you think of why this story couldn't happen in real life? I was thinking about this story, and you know what? The animals in this story did some things that real animals don't do. So I want you to think about that. What are some things that the animals did in this story that they don't do in real life? And so I'd like for you to grab your journal when we're done, and I would like for you to write about if this story is real or not, if it could be real, and why or why not. Tell me why you think it could not be real, okay? All right. Well, I have one more little poster for you today that I want to show you. And we've talked a lot about authors and illustrators, haven't we? And you guys know that an author writes the words in the book, and an illustrator does the pictures, which are so important to our story as well. Well, I want to tell you that illustrators show more sometimes. Sometimes the author will tell us something with the text, but the illustration will show us a little bit more. So I put a picture of our Pig in the Pond book up there because we read it not long ago. And I put a little quote from the text, and it says, the author says, the pig sat in the sun getting hot, right? That's what the author said. But I want you to look over here at what the illustrator, he showed it. And not only did he show this pig really hot, but he showed droplets of sweat all over him. So he showed more than the author said. He actually drew what it would look like if you were really, really hot. And we all know when you're really hot, you sweat, right? And then I was thinking about our book today, Mouse Was Mad. And I thought about the part where the hedgehog said to him, the best rolling is achieved when the body is a perfect sphere. And then the illustrator showed how to tuck in your hands and your feet, right? He showed a little bit more and how to make that perfect sphere. So I want you to think about the next book that you read with your mom or dad or brother or sister. I want you to look at how the illustrator sometimes shows more than what the author says. All right, friends, it's been great sharing with you, and I will see you again soon.